I want to specially welcome you to today's broadcast from the Music School of Microzo. My name is Mr. Henry, and today's broadcast, I would like us to look at few key things when it comes to music education. In music, what do we refer to as note taking, and what do we also refer to as teaching? You know, when you understand these two things, your mindset, your approach to music lessons differs, will change. You begin to teach from a better prospect. Like I will always say, until a subject matter is understood, mostly the Western concept of music, the Western postulations, terminologies of musical um, ideas and principles, once they are not understood, there's no way you can get value from them, down to the word called teaching and then note taking. Now let's try to analyze this two and see what we can leverage on in our efforts to ensure that we have a better music society where you can also boast to say, I have people who are actually teaching and giving us notes that are worthy to reckon with. Right? First, teaching. What is teaching? I want to deviate a bit from what you think teaching is about. Let's go towards the other side of it that is already making a wave in the society. People are looking for those that can tell them what they want to hear. And what they want to hear is not far from what the society is presenting to them, right? They are looking for those that are going to help them develop their knowledge towards solving real life problems. So, for us here in Micrasm, we believe that teaching is the act of selling ideas. It's not just saying what you feel like to say, you have to say it in a way that they will be convinced. Don't just come up and start talking or reading or start making the people feel that then they are privileged to be in your presence. You are privileged to be their teacher. Yes. Because this set of persons we are educating today will definitely become something we cannot even imagine tomorrow. The question is how. Yeah, you can even say they were your students yesterday. Yes, they were your students yesterday, but how did it turn that they are now far bigger and sometimes better and sometimes more admirable to society? And then it looks like teachers were the one that produced the bigger set of pictures in the society, right? If truly we are the one that produced those that are bigger in society, what did we teach them? Or what we taught them never made any sense to them. So they had to look for alternatives, to get knowledge. So if teaching is not the act of um, delivering knowledge, not copying notes, not reading notes, not preparing lesson notes in quotes, because preparation is fine, lesson notes is fine. But what are you taking note of? Are you taking note of what the student wants to know, or what you feel they should know, or what you are getting ready to impose on them? If any of this is far from preparing what they want to know, they will not value what you give to them. It's just like the concept of X and Y, causing confusions everywhere because people don't really understand the concept of X and Y. Today they are looking for where the X and Y is in solving real life problem. But I think and I believe that the concept of the X and Y logic is just to activate the mind. It just activates the spirit, the thinking faculty towards navigating towards situations that, okay, I can do this, I can do this. If this happens, this will not happen. Okay, this situation is X, this one is Y. Okay, if this situation is X, this one is Y. How do I now come to a conclusion that, okay, this will be my result. If I go this way, if I go that way, that is teaching for you, my friend. Right? So for us in Mikurazu, teaching can be defined as the act of carefully transferring your personal idea, proven over time, tried by life, tried by situation, used to solve, having used it to solve real life problems. Then you can now bring it to class to say, this, if you do it like this is it. See how we do it. Let me now show you how it is done. And apply this to this. If you apply this to this, you are going to get this kind of sound. If you do this to your sound, you are going to get this kind of result. If you do this and remove this, you are going to have this kind of. It is now left for the student to take notes of the points that will really solve their problem. Therefore, the first note is the one that is written in the heart of the learner. And how do you write it on the heart of the learner? Pure. Say words, say those ideas in a convincing way that they themselves begin to feel the relevance of what you are saying. I see people trying to develop notes that is even far richer than their own idea. Developing notes that they themselves cannot even explain, but for the fact that they were told to present a note before their class, they will go everywhere, Google it, look for materials, make it all beautiful. But when you see that same set of person in class, you begin to wonder, is this actually the person that developed this note? What went wrong? And then you begin to question some of their competence in class, some of their competence in delivering the content they have already presented before you as a lesson note. So for me, or for us, lesson note is fine, but your ability to deliver the content of that lesson note is of more value to our students, is of more value to the society, is of more value to everything that we hold so dear to us. Therefore, I want to beg, and I'm calling out to every one of us who happen to have privilege in delivering music lessons. Please take time, work on yourself, get personal experiences, know what the subject matter demands from you. Don't just go around with dumb ideologies that was presented to you, ideologies that you cannot even explain. I give you another practical example of these ideologies that are done to many teachers in our society per se. They say you should bring instructional materials. What is instructional materials? It must be something that can help you achieve that idea, transfer that idea to the students in a more attractive way, right? So if the instructional materials are not done the right way, things will not definitely go the right way. So we are now calling out on every one of us to see how much we can do it better and do it the right way. See you in our next podcast. Thank you.